Perfidious Pete here, back from quietly pooping on the chosen treatment for foot fungus, old Decinex last episode, and ready to loudly poop on an alien facility in XCOM, War of the Chosen. That's right, XCOM. I've been stocking up on the refried beans, and I'm ready to go. The doom counter is counting, but the die is cast. Our mission is set. Well, it's because we were, like, overtly stealthy on our last mission. Can one be overtly stealthy? It seems like one would have to be subtly stealthy for its stealth to work. But I digress. There remains really only one question about this mission, and that is, which of these facilities contains the Berserker Queen? Because that's my goal. I want to fight the Berserker Queen. But if we're coming at this, like, from a game show perspective, if we're going to spin the big wheel, I don't think we should go, like, Wheel of Fortune on it or Price is Right or anything like that. What we gotta do, we gotta go full Jeopardy on this one. The most respected of game shows. So, we gotta ask this question a lot. We gotta ask the question in the form of a statement and give the answer in the form of a question. So, we'd have to say something like, the Berserker Queen can be found in this country. And I'm gonna say, I don't know, like, what is South America, Alex? Because we know there is... We know there's a powerful and extremely dangerous alien. You know what? Yes, I'm gonna say, what is Operation Storm Chalice, Alex? What is Operation Storm Chalice? Let's do this, and let's hope that we get some cash and prizes out of this and don't wind up far in a hole, because I'm pretty sure that thing on The Simpsons where the leg breakers show up in Marge Simpson's dressing room and they're like, hey, Marge, you were $2,000 in the hole at the end of the episode. Where's our money? I think that's actually how Jeopardy works. I'm pretty certain. Oh, those brain surgeries ain't free. Alex Trebek's gonna show up and be like, hey, dropped a few episodes of taping while old Alex was in the hospital and he got some bills to pay while they were scraping out the inside of my noggin. You, better fork it over there, Pete. You gotta make up for lost time. Alex Trebek's in a hole. He's also in deep to the mob for like 80 large. How did Alex Trebek get in deep to the mob for 80 large? You know, you don't really want to know. There are things about Alex Trebek that, frankly, you don't know, and you don't want to know. So we could take Taylor Swift, and we could take Thurgood the Bench Marshall, but we got Abraham Wig Splitter Lincoln, and also Lindsay 80 Proof Lohan. Lohan's been coming along real nice. But, you know, all things considered, she is still no Sylvester Stallone. Hey, that's right, Peter. There's only one Sylvester Stallone. I mean, I might wield the gun of Lindsay Lohan, but Sylvester Stallone is I'm king of the hill, top of the hill. Ain't number one. I am, well, New York, frankly, because I'm just ripping off Sinatra lyrics at this point. But still, I'm it, Pete. I'm the best of the best of the best, sure. To rip off a line from Men in Black, because all you can do is apparently have me spin pop culture references for some reason. Lindsay Lohan good, Sylvester Stallone better. Yeah, it's because of the HGH. It's what gives me the edge over, aging waif like Lindsay Lohan. I mean, plus, let's face it, if your choices are HGH or about a gallon of vodka a day, I think we can all see which one's gonna probably pay dividends in the long term. So who else do we want to take on this mission? We're gonna need a Reaper. We could go, you know what, let's go with Brittany Hit Me Spears. Brittany has been lights out top shelf for us. We're also going to need a specialist. Kim Kardashian's on a covert op, which means I feel like Steve the Immortal Irwin's getting the call here. But we still need a rock-solid foundation for the rest of this team. I'm feeling like maybe we go Lohan and the Wig Splitter. Alternatively, we could go Thurgood the Bench Marshall and Morgan Craig. You know what? When have we ever gone wrong by taking a superabundance of Ranger? When has a superfluous amount of Ranger, a gratuitous amount of Ranger, if you will, when has that ever led us wrong? Have we ever gone wrong with taking a billion Ranger? You know what? No, we have not to date. To date, superabundance of Ranger has always helped us out. Also, I'm pretty sure I clicked the Make Weapons Available button, but like I can tell that it definitely didn't make weapons available, so could we maybe do that? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So, where the hell are all my shotguns? Because Taylor Swift wields only one weapon, and that is the katana. Nobody has to... What gun have you got here, Morgan Freeman? Advanced laser sight, advanced expanded magazine. Alright, well, I mean, you know what? No, we gotta give Morgan Freeman the katana because he's a helpless idiot. Who else is wielding the katana? Does Thurgood Marshall have the katana? I think he does because we were having, like, Marshall was having trouble with his vision. Yeah, well, when it comes to vision troubles, there's vision troubles and then there's vision troubles. So Thurgood, I think we're gonna give you... Let's give you... You know what? Take the serpent suit because that's... Laugh... You know, now that the whole Teddy and the bench thing is falling apart, it seems as though old Thurgood Marshall has landed himself a role on a children's program. He's like, I got the new Pee-wee's Playhouse coming up for him, and I gotta say, Thurgood, the outfit they got you in there, champ, it's, they've robbed you of your dignity, sir. I mean, it's a harsh reality, but that's the reality of things. They've robbed... You know what? Not dragon rounds. Let's give you some venom rounds here. They've robbed you of your dignity, Thurgood Marshall, but damned if it isn't good to look at. Alright, Morgan Freeman, then. We're going to give you the blind man's katana. It gives you advanced lasers. Okay, acceptable. Warden armor. Nope, give you a war suit. Let's get rid of this rocket launcher. Replace that with the sweet-ass blaster launcher. Plasma grenade goes bye-bye, and in favor of that, we're going to give you some of those dope AP rounds. Morgan Freeman's ready to get out there, punch some armor, and whip a little bit of ass. Taylor Swift. Well, I guess it's Arashi for you, and what do we know that the Arashi pairs with? Well, Arashi pairs with Talon rounds, and I guess we'll go for the Mimic Beacon, because why not? We hate wasting Tay-Tay's action for a Mimic Beacon, but all things considered, what else are we going to do with our time? We may need that beacon. We might want 2 beacons, but I really think I'd rather have Thurgood the Bench Marshall rocking those Venom rounds. Sylvester Stallone, nothing fancy out of you, champ. Beam cannon, yeah, but we want you to have the gun of Lindsay Lohan, though. And plasma grenade, since we do expect to fight one of the alien rulers here, I'm gonna get the frost bomb. Let's give you them blue screen rounds that you love so much. Yeah, you go all full hacking like that man. The time Hugh Jackman made that movie with what's her face, where she showed her boobs, Hattie Betty. Remember Hattie Betty's breast, Pete, back in the day when she was still young and attractive? Boy, those were nice, weren't they? I mean, not Swordfish. The movie was absolutely fucking ridiculous, and it's very clear that the writers only had a tenuous grasp on how computers actually work. Because Sylvester Stallone, I mean, I'm not a smart man or any kind of tactical genius or anything, but even I know that that's not how fucking firewalls work. Doesn't take a Dick Tigan to figure out that one doesn't typically hack into the Department of Defense systems there while dancing around and drinking wine. It's actually probably a laborious process that takes weeks and weeks of careful probing, not something you can do in a half an hour while a attractive Scandinavian woman gives you a fellatio. Or you dance around your apartment drinking wine and tapping furiously at some keys. Mostly it's the wine drinking. I mean, the wine drinking may happen, but probably off screen while like some scripts are running or something. That's how real hackers do it. XCOM, you okay there? What's somebody's hacked XCOM. Apparently Hugh Jackman heard me talking. He's hacking into the game. He's like, oh, you just wait, Pete. No Berserker Queen for you. You know what you're fighting? Archon King. I won't be super excited to fight the Archon King, but you know what? If we do get the Archon King, we can still make some good things happen with that. The Archon armor is also fantastic. We like that as well. I do prefer the Berserker armor, honestly, but the Archon armor is also quite good. Yeah, I'm in no rush to move to the designated position and place the X4 charges there, Bradford. I'm really excited to go find the alien ruler and then have Britney Spears shoot them in the face. Possibly executing them with the banish. I would love to see her pull that off.
I will always find you.
Well, Brittany has always found us. Well, the fact that there's an Archon on the map doesn't really fill me with glee. Alright, well, let's go see what these guys have.
I am trusting you.
So we've got an Archon, what appears to be a large-ish robot. I mean, we could just take these guys out. I'm fairly certain we're going to have no problem taking them down. Steve Irwin, head up there. Take some cover. Let's just occupy some solid positions then. Make these guys do the work for us. Come on in. Come to my window.
I'm on it.
I'm gonna kill you very, very soon. It's a decidedly different turn from the actual, you know, that had been the words to that Melissa Etheridge song. She'd be like, come to my window, I will gut you. That's actually a much more dark and ominous song. It's got a real Skeet Ulrich in Scream kind of vibe. Remember Skeet Ulrich back in the days? He was famous once. He's like a carpenter in Sherman Oaks now. Although I may be confusing him with Jake Ryan, who I know for a fact is a carpenter in Tennessee. He's a cabinet maker. He makes furniture. Isn't it appropriate, though, that Jake Ryan wound up making furniture? I mean, he was a hunky, good-looking dude, and that seems like the kind of occupation a hunky, good-looking dude would wind up with later in life. Simple, wholesome. Well, we can't quite knock out the heavy mech in one punch, but we could really put a hurting on him. We could also really put a hurting on the Archon. But we could, I mean, we could put a hurting on the Archon in a couple different ways. We could just run in and slash the Archon, and that would also put a hurting on him. Is that how we want to do it? Because I'm thinking that might actually be the better bid. Just have Morgan Freeman dash in here and give him the slap. Give him, ooh. Have Morgan Freeman give him the old slap and tickle, because if there's one thing Morgan Freeman knows, it's the old slap and tickle. Well, Pete, I mean, not normally my customary target for the slap and tickle, what with the legless Nikolai Costa-Waldo lookalike, but Morgan Freeman's any port in a storm kind of fellow. What are you gonna do here, robot? Yeah, you guys are active now. Get blade stormed. Morgan Freeman can't miss because we didn't give him the option to. Robot should go on Overwatch. Yep. Alright, no kills, but we do have a 1 health guy and an overwatching robot. All things considered, we should, like, no trouble to. In fact, Brittany hit me Spears, why don't you just finish off the Archon for us? 100%, can't fail to hit, can't fail to wound. Brittany Spears takes the kill. We are trying to channel any EXP we can away from our highest ranked troopers. Brittany Hit Me Spears is not yet max rank, so there's no real drawback into giving her a kill or two. That lets old Hormone Stallone rip up. That's my boy. He's got the full shred. Overwatch is removed, and that lets Steve the Immortal Irwin both advance and get himself a nice little kill on the robot, who is hollow targeted. To boot, 100% for Steve. Take him down. And crikey played, old Steve Irwin's bagged another one. And he even got a hair trigger for a free action and 2 ability points to boost. Everything's coming up, Irwin. Okay, very careful and very conservative moves then for the rest of the turn, because we do not want to risk spawning a pod. Tay is still concealed, so we can, like, explore with her a little bit.
Enemy sighted.
What do we got? Looks like a priest and what appeared to be... Looked like a purifier to Pete. Thurgood Marshall has been revealed. You know, Thurgood, you're okay to advance here. You've fallen behind the pack a little bit. These guys know where we're at, so they're in all likelihood going to come towards us. Kind of know. Alright, Brittany. First things first, we're going to have Brittany reload her gun. We don't want... Our goal is to try and have Brittany launch things with a little bit of a nice fat execution when we find the Archon. When we find the alien ruler, we want to try and have Brittany Hit Me Spears take him down in one deft swoop. In the meantime, doesn't really appear that that's going to be on the menu, so let's have the rest of the team cautiously advance under the watchful eye of one Taylor Swift. I say a watchful eye because you guys know Taylor Swift.
Moving to Overwatch.
She's the jealous type. Like, she keeps an eye on her man. Taylor Swift is watching his every move. Mostly because she's been, you know, brokenhearted before. Taylor Swift has been betrayed before. She knows what it's like to suffer that pain and that indignity. And Taylor Swift's just like, you know what? No. Fool me once, John Mayer. Shame on you. Fool me twice, John Mayer. Shame on Taylor Swift. It is the Berserker Queen, though. This is huge. Please wander over into our Overwatch. No, you're going the wrong way, though. Okay. can do this. I want to try and take this man down in one salvo. One amazing fusillade of death.
Nowhere to hide.
Yeah, but we're not trying to hide. What we really want to do is just go find the Berserker Queen. Hit that rooftop, right? On the rooftop, shout it out. Brittany is ready to go.
She just had to modify a berserker, didn't she? Her curiosity was not unfounded, although I agree it was perhaps not the most prudent of choices.
Alright, so we've got options.
Headed there now.
I don't want to be able to see one of those turrets. Berserker Queen? Yes. Turrets? Not at all. We want to fight the Queen of the Berserkers. We don't want to... These guys over here
Let's move already.
posing a real annoyance for us. This Purifier and this Priest are really getting in my butter. Pete, wouldn't that be, like, don't you want to be buttery? Isn't that a good thing? No, you don't want shit in your butter, man. It's like when people butter their toast. They go for the toast, but then they get, like, crumbs in the butter. That's... I hate that. It's so disrespectful, man. Don't get crumbs in the butter.
No problem, boss.
Don't get butter out of the butter tub. Butter your bread and then take your knife covered in crumbs and go back into the butter. You get butter one time. You get one dab of butter. You don't get to go back for seconds. If you're going back for seconds, you damn well better get a new knife. Tay-Tay's not going anywhere. Actually, really, nobody's going anywhere unless somebody moves. I don't suppose... What can we remote start here? Nothing useful. We could sting one of these guys and try and pull them in. We don't quite have... Brittany doesn't quite have the arm to go shrapnel. She's close, but not quite. We could also just try and straight up execute the Berserker, like, flat out. But then we're fighting 3 dudes... And I really want to concentrate everything we've got on the Berserker. I think this is an instance where we spend one turn, everybody reloads, and we bide our time.
Eyes on the prize.
This may be one of those scenarios where we got to just kind of take a moment. Oh, come on, Berserker Queen. Come get in her. Alright, well, these guys are never gonna... They're never gonna cooperate.
I will reposition.
While you're doing that, we'll be doing other things, like reloading and preparing to shoot.
Tired of waiting around. Come get some.
Tired of waiting around? Tired of waiting around? Well, if maybe the enemy would contribute a little bit here and help us out by walking toward us,
Covering now.
Moving to Overwatch.
that'd be great. But it doesn't look like they're gonna help us out. Come on, man! You guys are jerks. You guys are jerks. Straight up jerks. Can anybody see... Oh, you can see both a turret. Okay, can you see the Berserker Queen from here? No. Where can you see them? Only the Berserker Queen. From here, you can see her.
I'm at your service.
I don't want to banish while she has full armor. You know what? To hell with it. We're doing it. 3 damage. She's got this. Come on, Brittany, get that execute. There it is, the Berserker Queen from the shadows. From the shadows. Brittany Spear.
What exactly she planned on doing with this thing?
I don't know, but whatever she planned on doing, she did a real shitty job because that man went down like a bitch.
Here I come.
Like a bitch. We punked him. Ah, that was... Britney Spears is the greatest. She's the world's greatest.
Position confirmed.
Berserker Queen goes down like the victim
Got it covered.
in an Ashton Kutcher sort of reality show. Oh man, that's gotta sting though. Like, you know that one's gonna hurt.
I can handle that.
That's the one the kids on the playground are never gonna let the Berserker Queen live down. Like, he's never living it. He's never gonna hear the end of it. It doesn't matter. The Berserker Queen's only choice now is to graduate and move on to college, because otherwise All he's gonna be like, remember that time when BQ was out there walking around and that Reaper killed him in one shot? Remember that? Yeah, you poor silly bastard. They're never living it down. Never gonna hear the end of it. Also, where's all of my Overwatch, bro? Like, we should have an abundance of Overwatch, and so far it's been exactly Thurgood Marshall who managed to kill a houseplant. Alright, well, Morgan Freeman, the 86-year-old man with glaucoma, is the only person who's managed to hit a target. Great work, guys. Great work. The old guy with glaucoma is the only one who's managed to do anything at all. Alright. Well, how do we want to handle this? I'm thinking we probably are going to want to use our blaster launcher on one of those turrets. Also, Tay-Tay, I'd love to have you just murder this man, but you're a little too close for comfort. I think we're going to have Tay-Tay fall back. I'm going to have her light this guy up. I just don't want her to be, you know, in the blast radius when he explodes. Yeah, the turret's, you know, we're going to take care of that. Don't worry about it. That turret's going down. Double 88s. Give him the crazy 88s. She didn't even need the crazy 88s. She just gave him, like, the one. It was pretty good. Tay-Tay. We saw it. It was good. Alright, they're good to bench marshal. We don't want to bring in another turret. Like, one turret is one too many.
I can handle that.
We got a solution for that turret. It's going to involve blowing up what's left of that building with a grenade right after Thurgood Marshall blasts this man into stasis in all likelihood. Yeah, okay.
Just a little off.
Thurgood was just a little off. Brittany, hit me spears. I think we have you reload here.
Re-up and reload.
She's re-upped, she's reloaded. We're gonna send you back into Shadow. The greatest kill of all time, too, by the way. Brittany hit me spears. She hit him. Hit that baby one more time. Britney Spears doesn't need to go one more time. One is all Britney Spears requires.
Fire in the hole!
Yeah, I'm just gonna destroy most of this building and take that turret down with it, if you don't mind. There we go. And the turret's all done. Hey, Sylvester, what are you okay there, pal? I'm just working the turkey through, I guess, huh? Alright. Well, we could go skull. We can skull mine a man even when he's in stasis, huh? That's interesting. Morgan Kratos Freeman. I'd really like you just to be next to that priest, so if he tries to do anything, we can get a shot at him. Instead, I think we'll just bring you up here, put you in Overwatch, because I'm not ready to go for that other turret yet. Our other free move, sure, we might as well bring Taylor Swift back over with the rest of the group. And Steve, I'm going to put you on Overwatch to handle whatever this guy decides to get up to on his turn. He's going to try something. First thing he should do is move. Yeah. And Steve Irwin should kill him then. There we go. Steve sent a mass over Tea Kettle. It's the old double-double there for Irwin, Pete. Just throwing it out there. Steve there's 2 for 2, Pete. 2 for 2. So we've got another pod over here, huh? What is it? It's another priest and what appears to be an advanced trooper. So how do we want to handle this, then? There is going to be another pod somewhere around the map, because there were 9 enemies on this one, and so far we have only encountered 4.
I go where you tell me.
My guess is there's going to be another relatively powerful pod somewhere in this facility. What can we remote start here? I can't even tell what that is. It's a forklift. Yeah, we don't really need to remote start either of those things, though. We could... I really wish you had a little... Britney Spears, the only... You know what? Never mind. I have no criticisms for you, Brittany. None. You've already done all the work we needed you to do on this mission. I'm getting greedy. If I'm asking for more here, I have to be honest with myself. If I ask for more, really, I'm just getting greedy. I think we're gonna go ahead and blaster bomb this turret because we can take it out from off the map. No reason to not. Blaster bombing one turret probably is overkill, at least a bit. Also, these guys don't seem alarmed at all, which doesn't speak well for their guard training. Maybe it's their first day. I'm going to assume that it's their first day, because you would think a talented security guard would go, hey, Jim, did that sound like an explosion to you? I mean, I'm pretty sure a big chunk of that building just blew up. Call me crazy, am I out of my mind, or... You saw that, right? I mean, I'm not hallucinating, am I?
Let's do this.
I mean, I did go tap that one hitter in the parking lot after lunch. Maybe,
Sure thing.
I mean, I asked for the Acapulco Gold, but I'm wondering if maybe they didn't doctor it up a little bit.
Reloaded.
Tay, we're just gonna have you reload and go on Overwatch. I'm assuming this pod is gonna patrol back towards us. After the explosion, they should at least come check it out, you would think. Yep. Well, I mean, they have you flanked, actually. So one of them's getting shot in the spine. Yeah, that didn't tickle. And Sylvester Stallone. Oh, then, no stasis for that, priest. That's right, Pete. Sylvester Stallone is putting priests in the dirt. And Mr. Scamper Move here has scampered to exactly the worst possible place he could have scampered. So we should feed this kill to Steve Irwin then. I'm thinking, Steve, how you feel, bro? Wanna go stab this man in the brain? And crocky plate. Yep, taking it in, sticking knives, and not really my normal forte. Usually I go for a pillowcase, but in this case, I feel like I'll make an exception, mate. I'm also feeling like maybe I'm going to take a little damage here from this neural feedback.
Not getting anywhere.
Yeah, I should have gone for the pillowcase, Pete. That's what happens when you break form, mate. Dance with the one that brung you. That's what Steve Irwin always says. And Morgan Freeman's just gonna... Actually, we should have probably had Morgan Freeman reload. Hey, Britney Spears, there's another pod somewhere on this map. Do you think you could go find them?
Moving out.
I'd prefer very much to not just wander into them haphazardly if we could figure out where they are. Turns out they're on the roof.
Hiding is over.
Okay, well, you say that the time for hiding is over, but actually it feels like the perfect time to hide. Specifically, it feels like the perfect time to hide within easy throw of a claymore and then drop all of those dudes through a roof. In the meantime, the remainder of the team can advance at full pace because now we know where all the rest of the enemies are. And we can come up here and start getting ready to set up a sweet ambush on them. They're good. Get you over here. Morgan Freeman's going to be a little bit out of position. Steve Irwin as well. Let's see if these blokes, they are not patrolling. So we have all the time in the universe to handle our shit. Good. So, Stallone? I mean, where do we want you? We'd actually kind of like you on the other side of this door. Open this up.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
Let's have Tay-Tay just slip in the door.
Whatever you say.
Or Tay-Tay's going to slip
Moving to
inside.
Overwatch.
They're good. I think we're going to have you reload. Going to put you on Overwatch. Nothing from Brittany just yet. Hormone. Up here. You're going to reload. Give me the goods. I want all the bullets in the gun. Steve. I think, Steve, buddy, we're just going to bring you right over here.
Double time.
And Morgan Kratos Freeman, the god of war. Let's get you up here and also ready to work.
Getting it done.
Brittany, just chill for a turn.
No one will cross.
You're about to make things kick off with a bang here. All right. Give me some of that sweet, sweet Britney Spears Claymore. Let's just go ahead and huck that right on out there.
Wait.
Oop. I mean, you say now we wait, but we ain't gonna wait very damn long, Brittany. Especially if Sylvester Stallone can hit the bottom of that with a grenade. Yes, I mean, it was a man can dream. Didn't think it was gonna work out. It was worth a shot. We somehow can't see the claymore we threw, though. Interesting. Well, all right then. If I can't see the claymore that I just threw, I will throw another one.
A deadly trap.
Well, not till next turn, thanks to whatever bullshit it was that prevented me from seeing my own mine.
Affirmative. Covering now. Scanning.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Covering now.
If we hadn't had that second mine, I'd actually be furious, right? Turns out I'm still kind of furious, but not quite as furious as I probably... Okay, what the shit now? I threw one of those... There's nowhere I can move and see my own Claymore mine. How the hell does that... Okay, so that's just a straight up bug then. Alright. Well, we can still make this work.
Finally.
It's another turn of positioning because that'll be fun.
All the way.
Morgan Freeman, let's get you like over here.
No problem, boss.
Oh, there's a big ass problem actually, Morgan Freeman. This shit should be over. Taylor Swift. I don't want you in the potential blast radius, and I don't know where it's going to be when it explodes. Thurgood Marshall. Same thing for you. I don't really want you in the blast radius either, but like this should be okay.
Whatever you say.
And then just Overwatch.
I'll keep an eye on it.
I want to make sure that our boy Stallone... Yeah, okay. So he's going to be able to... Alright. Next turn, then.
On Overwatch.
You're not going to escape.
Ready to go.
Steve, just reload. This will be the turn they decide to patrol. Nope. Good. Alright. Yeah, I would like all of these people to explode in a massive cataclysmic explosion with double claymores out there. Not that we can blow up twice, because mine damage doesn't stack. We did do some pretty damn good damage there. Wait, did the mine damage stack? Because both of those specters got killed, and I don't think dropping them through the floor does enough damage to produce that kind of injury. Gatekeeper, if we kill you, do you explode and hit Thurgood Marshall? We should prefer he not be. Stop shooting for a minute. Oh, come on, Pete. Let me finish what I started, man. Nope, Thurgood Marshall will be safe. Also, we kind of don't want you to have the kill if we can avoid it. We should prefer somebody else kill that gatekeeper, specifically somebody who needs EXP. Like, say, I don't know, maybe Britney Spears could kill that thing.
As you order, Commander.
She's got one chance at an execution. Or we could just have... I mean, I think she's the only... It's her or Steve Irwin, really. So, rapid fire's double 59. Chain shot is also double. Okay, well, let's go for the rapid fire then. You know what? No, those all suck. Actually, just give me one regular shot here. Oh, come on, Pete, man. Sylvester Stallone's kill total is not fantastic so far in this campaign. I could really use the chance to pad my stats a little, Pete. Thurgood the bench marshal. You know what? This is free. See if this will work. We have frozen ourselves a gatekeeper, and now we're going to shoot it in the heart. 12 damage and the poison. Is that enough to get Britney Spears all the way home? Nope. I bet it's enough to get Steve Irwin home, though. Hey, Croc, you played old Steve. Doesn't take much to get me home. There we go. Catastrophic explosion. The best way Steve likes it. The best explosions, Pete, are always catastrophic. Let's get over here, plant these charges. And I think that's probably about enough for today, Pete. Let's get the hell out of here, mate.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
Okay. I'm thinking I'll just, like, drop it right outside this door, if that's okay with you.
Get an evac in here!
You seem a little alarmed. Probably unnecessarily, Taylor Swift. I mean, this mission has gone... Dare I say swimmingly? Because, I mean, it's gone swimmingly. We found a berserker, just immediately eradicated it.
Scanning.
Brittany hit me spears, just chopped them into haggis.
Be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
Yeah, but, I mean, they're about to have a real bad day, John. Hostile reinforcements, yeah, they're inbound on our position, but...
Seems doable.
It's only gonna end for them tragically. Because they're about to wander into an entire armada of the world's deadliest combatants.
I can handle that.
Taylor Swift's gonna be there. Thurgood the bench marshal's gonna be there. Everybody else is gonna be just waiting for them with a cavalcade of Overwatch. mean, these guys are beyond dead. Oh, also the whole team's on Overwatch too, because in case the Blade Storm wasn't enough, this team is literally getting dropped into a blender right here. And of course there's a purifier in it so that when he explodes we can injure as many people as possible. Perfect. Well played, Pete. Yeah, well, I mean, these guys are surrounded by everyone, at least 2 Blade Storm. Oh, God. He didn't go up. Crikey, Mike, can't believe it. He didn't explode. That was some ugly combination of bullets, and they shot his helmet off. They killed him so hard he lost his hat. More reinforcements, huh? Oh, well, I'm not too worried about it, actually. We're gonna rapid fire this mech, and then he'll be dead. There's one. And there you go, Pete. Old Sylvester Stallone going for the double-double, as it's called in the industry there. Steve Irwin, you want to come maybe shoot out a window at some of these boys? Seems like a pretty good plan for you. Morgan Freeman, I would really like you to just prop yourself right in the middle of the death zone, as I like to call it. Taylor Swift, you could occupy the other side of the death zone. Thurgood Marshall, maybe, I don't know, take position in the death zone, perhaps. And then Brittany Hemmy Spears can come provide a little subsequent Overwatch fire. And, I mean, as many pods as you'd like to drop into the blender, just keep sending them our way. I'll keep killing them, mostly because it's funny. Or, actually, I'll keep killing them until one of these purifiers does explode, at which point I'll be furious. I probably have pushed my luck a little bit too far there, Pete. Should've just took the win while we had it. I was gonna say that man should get blade stormed once, twice minimum, and he's sustained. Who else wants to make a break for it? Well, all right then. I did say I was dropping those guys into an actual blender, though. We have all the time in the world, Bradford. What the hell are you talking about? There's one dude over here who's surrounded by Blade Storm Rangers on Overwatch. This guy is deader than shit.
Seems doable.
Yo, Pete, actually, feces isn't really that dead. It's actually alive with a cornucopia of different bacteria and other microorganisms, Pete. It's actually quite a miracle. Don't don't denigrate the feces just because it's humble excrement, Pete. Feces got a lot going on. It leads a rich inner life, Pete.
No, I mean, I'd just like the turn to be over, though. I still got to kill this man. Rich inner life and whatnot. What are you gonna do now, chump? Get cut down. Yeah, there you go.
All right, Pete. I mean, like, how many of these guys do you want to hang around and just pointlessly and ruthlessly slaughter? Have you had enough killing for one day, Pete? Is your thirst for blood slaked? I mean, I know my girl Tete is on the mission, and her thirst for blood cannot be slaked by any amount of blood. Gallons, thousands and thousands of gallons. None of it would be enough to slake the thirst of Taylor Swift. They call her the crimson-lipped goddess of death, because Taylor Swift cares not from whence the blood flows, as long as it flows.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges detonating.
Yeah, I gotta say, that mission felt really, really, really good. Oh, right, Steve Irwin. We didn't get the flaws because Steve Irwin's feedback. Justice delivered. Sounds like the tagline for the sequel to the Justice League movie. Justice League 2. Justice delivered. In that we kicked Joss Whedon in the nuts for writing most of the shitty dialogue of this otherwise mediocre film. Ugh. Justice League. You know what? Justice League, Justice Delivered. Justice League 2, Justice Delivered. You know what? Keep your movie. Just give me another, like, standalone Wonder Woman film, as in all the rest of them can just piss off. I'll take another standalone Wonder Woman, because that Gal Gadot knocked it out of the park. But the rest of that team, you know what? You can have them, DC. Keep all of them. I don't care about the Flash or Cyborg, whatever. Why is it not Martian Manhunter, by the way? Barry Allen's the Flash. You know what? I can't bring myself to care about any of them. I don't care. You can have them, DC. Just take them back to your own little universe, and let's all forget you ever even bothered to try.
I can begin an autopsy on the specimen as soon as you give the order, Commander.
What a surprise! Dick Tigan eager to autopsy a berserker.
Your team did a commendable job in destroying the aliens' facility.
Yeah, we also averted the doom counter there. How about that?
Project will undoubtedly be set back by your incursion.
I mean, by 2. There's no doubt about it. You say well, I mean, he did say undoubtedly. All right, now maybe I'm a little quick to criticize. Oh, we're working on improved That's gonna take 17 days, man. It's a really long time. All right, anyway, everything's good. What a mission. I feel pretty confident after that. I think maybe next time we'll let some of the team get patched up, get a few people back, get some of these covert ops finished, and then we'll probably go roll on I'm thinking the Codex Files. It's time for us to start swinging into the end game. I mean, if we're one-shotting alien rulers and getting blenders full of Advent troopers, I feel like maybe for once we've killed enough, and now it's time to wrap things up and get an all-new team of killers in here so that they can slake their unquenchable thirst for blood just like Taylor Swift. If you want to see that thirst quenching, you might consider subscribing. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. You might also consider dropping a like down in the comments section and buying yourself a Mountain Dew, because nothing crushes your thirst like the deliciousness of a Mountain Dew. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. This episode brought to you by Mountain Dew.